Hello and welcome to my channel, Piano Easy Tutorials. I'm Samuel Booth and I want to talk to you today about the left hand of Comptine. Now the reason why I want to look at this is because I've been getting quite a few students who have been asking, how do you do the left hand to Comptine for 5, 6, 7 minutes without it feeling like the left hand is always continuously cramped? Now the problem is if you start playing like this with flat fingers, you start doing this, will then start to just feeling really stretched after a while, especially when you're doing the other things in the right hand. So I want to turn that into this. Okay, so let's go through the basics of all of this. But firstly, we're going to look at the notes themselves, and I'm going to be using a numbering system for my left hand from 1 to 5. So that's finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, finger 4, and finger 5. And I'm going to be using finger 5 and finger 1 on both my E's, like that. And then I'm going to put a 2 on a B. And then 3 on G and 1 on E, like that. And back to 2 on B. So I'm doing 5 and 1, 2, 3 and 1 together, back to 2. And I do that twice in a row. Now I'm going to move to a second position, so we're going to call this position 2. Move my hand down to my D's. 5 and 1 on my D, keep my 2 on B and 3 on G, and I'm going to do this. 2 on B, 3 and 1 on G and D, back to 2 on B, and I'm going to do that twice. Now I'm going to move to the third position. This time I'm going to be using this finger 4. I'm going to move that to the F sharp there. And I'm going to do this. 5 and 1 on my D's, 2 on my B, F sharp and D, finger 4 and 1. Back to 2 on B. So I'm doing that twice. Now the last position, so this is now the fourth position. 2 on A, and then 3 on F sharp and 1 on D. And I'm going to do that twice. So let's go through those 4 positions again. So this is position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4. Now it's really important that when you do that left hand, that you make sure that all of the notes in that left hand are connected. So what you don't want to be doing is to separate the notes like this. One, because it just makes it a little bit unsmooth and it just doesn't sound as steady. So you want to try and make it really nice and smooth with no gaps in the notes. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about some of the actual technical issues faced with that left hand. So what I want to try and do is go through those 4 positions and look for places where I can feel like there's tension. Now if there's tension, then I want to then be looking at ways that I can move my hand to relieve myself from that tension. So let's go into position 1. At the moment I can't really feel much tension in that position. But if I now to move into position 2, I can feel a tension between the 3 and the 5. Straight away. So what I want to try and do is make some movements to alleviate that tension. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my hand to the right hand side as I play the 3 and the 1, and when I play the 2 I'm going to move back to the left hand side and then back to the right, back to the left, and nudging to the right, to the left, like that. Now let's try for the third position this time. Now, automatically, I can feel this horrible stretch between finger 4 and finger 5. So what I'm now going to do, the movement I'm now going to make is, as I play the 5 and the 1 on D's, and play the 2 on the B, I'm now going to go in slightly, nudging my hand further up the key bed. And then as I play the 2 and come back, I'm going to now nudge back out again. So go in, and back out, and straight back in, and back count. Now I'm going to move my 2 to the last position. Now I feel like there's not really much movement that's needed with this, but I'm still kind of nudging a little bit to the right and then back to the left, but it's not needed as much. So I'm hoping that's helped you to work out how the positions and the movement will affect how you do that left hand. And if you can do that and follow it with some movement, I think you'll have the endurance to be able to get through that. Now, the last part I want to focus on is the pedaling. So I'm going to go into split screen mode so you can see what's happening when I'm pressing the pedal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press my right foot down on the sustain pedal. Now what this is going to do is give it a bit of ambience and a bit of atmosphere, which is sometimes missing if you're just not really using the pedal. And I'm going to play the first position. But what I'm going to do is hold the pedal down while I'm playing the whole of the position. But as I've played that B, I want to then release the pedal and back down. And release it. And release it and up and down. Release it and up and down. And release it and up and down. 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 But it's important that you hold that down while hold the notes down on the hand while you keep the pedal up, otherwise the sound will stop. So back down, up and 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 down. And eventually you'll have this. So I hope that helped you learning how to address the left hand for Comptine. And if you like that video, give it a like and a subscribe to my channel.